Dan fellow here on, is it CBS Live now or whatever? Yeah, from Israel, Oh, it's Fox. Okay, sorry. Not sorry. You're all the fucking same. Yeah. You engage in propaganda for genocide for philanthropy. How is Fox News any worse than C-SPAN or CNN, CBS, ABC, or NBC? You engage in philanthropy propaganda to manipulate people with kindness with money to feel powerful. So how are any of you any more or less involved in this genocide using technology to manipulate people with kindness with money? Okay. Which one of you professionals is less a pimp or a whore than the other professional? And admitting that you are a pimp and a whore doesn't make you better than the Baker family, the Farwell family, the Roberts family, the Osteen family, the Dollar family, the Prince family, the Youssef family, the Stanley family, the Schuler family, right? You're the same asshole. You're the same disease, right? So, murder is ours, murder is due. It's murderer's row. Okay. You get that ball after you ace the one signed by Babe Ruth to the Beast, right? That ball's worth more than your life, dude, right? Do you understand how insane you rap bastards are, right? Reminds me of that episode of Big Bang Theory when Leonard was crawling on the ground and he had to crawl there, and Penny mentions, "You rap bastard," with Sheldon with his sickness and his hypochondria. Yeah, that was a funny episode. That one was funny. That one made me laugh. A lot of those episodes made me laugh because it reminds me of growing up in America, a philanthropist, and being kept on house arrest and being studied by scientists to get up one day and say, "Oh man, darn that Algernon," right? So I sit there and look and go, "Wow." And then it's hard. You go through PTSD because, growing up, really attractive, really intelligent, and really just an amazing human being. Probably pound for pound the best athlete in the 20th century. By the 21st century, guys, 21st century. How old was I in the 21st century hit? Was I 34? Okay, yeah, technically no, because I would have retired by then. Yeah, I would have only played for a couple of years because I would have gotten my fake ass money and then gone off to the mountains and just loved my wife until I helped the scientific community correct all the problems of applications of physics, of linguistics. You know what I mean? So if they had handled things, the right way, but an egomaniac is incapable of handling things the right way. They are clinically insane, and they're very addicted to. It can't. When I'm done doing this stuff, okay. One of the nicest things in the world is not having to post on YouTube or Facebook, ever again. I won't have to. I won't have to get online and say, "Here's what they're doing with the science," and I didn't figure it out because I'm not radically fucked up and insane. But nice to. Okay, let's live that Lord's Prayer. Out LA, right? So when I'm doing that, are you kidding? You know how much I want to get my wife alone, whoever my wife was, and just make love to her and talk to her and watch her, garden, watch her do the dishes, watch the kids play, That's all I ever wanted. No alabaster stone and all those crazy rich people places that they have Val Kilmer's character sing about in The Prince of Egypt. No, God, no. I hate 4-star hotels and I want a nice adobe house in the mountains with enough room for all my family and friends around it. I have like 4 wives things. Yeah, I've got Raquel, Yolanda, Stephanie, and Amy. Okay. So I had 4 women in which I engaged in attempts at sexual reproduction. Right. So I have 4 wives. So, if Jennifer Lopez wants to hook up with me, she's going to have to sit there and go, okay, you're number 5 wife because they didn't even accept anything from the Quran. You are number 5 wife. Don't make first wife's hair turn gray that day. Rocky, I think, could probably kick your ass. No, just kidding. Jennifer Lopez is trained in comic raw by a bunch of actors on the Kick Billy Campbell's ass movie. I'm just kidding around. I wouldn't want to take on Raquel. Stephanie, I'd be terrified of Stephanie. Even if she has diabetes, I'd be terrified of Stephanie. The one I'd be scared of the most, Natalie. Okay. That girl crazy. I'm just kidding around. What about Kate? I'm pretty sure Kate could kick it. I wouldn't want to mess with any of them. But girls. We're going hiking. It's sandpiper time. Okay, 1 ton tomato. Come on, let's go hiking. It's funny, but yeah, no. I'm big devoted. When I sexually reproduce or attempt to sexually reproduce or protect the children of a woman that I marry, that's for life. And it's not my fault that any of my marriages and my attempts at marriages were destroyed by scientific research. So I'm not going to turn my back on any of them. I'm going to offer them an opportunity to, continue to fulfill those wedding vows. It's not my fault because of scientific research that it happened to me 4 times. 54, 46, right? So, and I seriously doubt if, I think all that bullshit Temple Set Illuminati did to me with, the whole Janet Jackson, Jennifer Lopez thing is exactly what it is bullshit. And I do not trust or appreciate the Temple Set Illuminati or any of their business partners with Mr. Wow, that's a handsome fellow with dark. Do you color your hair? You're retired, man. Do you do that whole, Keith Hernandez, Clyde Walt Frazier thing? Inquiring minds want to know, right? Funny. I did, but that shit wreaks havoc on your upper lip. So I said, fuck that. No, I got it, because they were doing the whole Jennifer Lopez mindfuck thing with me, and I was completely and utterly abused, and I was just looking for any kind of comfort and love and appreciation. And I started coloring my hair, and they said, oh, fuck that shit, Bitch is getting gray if she shows up. She never showed up. So you ain't even getting gray. I am not Liam Neeson saving people from wolves in the wild or running around in my underwear dressed like a little girl, stabbing bank robbers in the chest with a lollipop. Lollipop, lollipop. I like the song by the Chordettes better than the My Boy Lollipop. Yeah. I like Lollipop. Lollipop. Call my baby Lollipop. Tell you why. 'Cause it's sweeter than an apple pie. It's when he does the shaky rock and dance. Lord, I haven't got a chance. I call him Lollipop, Lollipop, ooh, lolly. And they also do Mr. Sandman. Yeah, so the Chordettes. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Makes it with lots of wavy hair like Liberace. My hair wasn't wavy. Mom gave me a couple of perms to keep my hair out of my face when I played because back in my time, no, you could not have long hair and wear a ponytail, or they would call you a homosexual and harass you all to, it's like, but Jesus had long hair, and if he played basketball, he'd probably tie it in a ponytail. Jesus, hear that? You're a freaking homosexual, Jesus. You're not welcome in Mesquite, Oklahoma, Jesus. You either John the Baptist. Okay, you Peter, Paul, get out of here. Damn hippies. Gonna get high on marijuana and have a sex party in the middle of the city park. No, we're not like that. We're very private, affectionate, romantic people. Yeah. We don't like alcohol. It kills your brain cells and pickles your brain. You live in the Lord's Prayer. What excuse do you have to get drunk? Oh, grow up, right? And then and marijuana, you need to help calm you down if you're being denied the Lord's Prayer and they're mass murdering your family off the face of the planet. So snap for Lord's Prayer with me, and you won't have to get blunted so much or get drunk to forget about life for a while. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Interstellar secrets, ancient civilizations, ancient aliens. It's like, guys, Guys, whatever makes money makes no sense. Because money's not real. You can make it. It's like that. I already tell people that too. Money's no, it's not. You need money. You do not need money to live. I'm telling you, Adam and Eve didn't have money. Okay. Abraham didn't sit there, please, Lord, give us the winning numbers to the lottery. I mean, son of a bucket. Forgive it and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Obey your God, you alien nut jobs. Okay. Fucking interstellar sociopaths. They're fucking crazy. From the scientific community to the cult community that calls itself religion. I don't believe in religion and I don't like religion. You don't like corporations mass murdering people over money, but you have no problem going to school to get a degree to learn how to kill people over money. So what do you mean you don't like religions and you don't like politics and stuff like that? Politics and religion is what you're doing right now with your phone in your ear, walking to your car, purchasing products to continue to be a successful entrepreneur and consumer. I mean, son of a fucking basket. You should talk to somebody intelligent. And when you do, you should listen to him. And don't say, I'll think about it. And don't entertain anything that you think he's telling you that you think is an idea. Okay. I call him Lollipop, Lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 Lollipop. Lollipop. Okay, tell you why. When he does the shaky rockin' dance, man, she hasn't got a chance. Sweetness follows. Yeah, Michael's nervous and the lights are bright. Okay. No more Finest Work sign. No more Odd Fellows local. No more losing your religion. Okay. If you're a religious person, you're humble and you're faithful because you don't argue truth with philosophy. Okay, guys? Checkmate. Hey, mate, where's the check? No, live in Lord's Prayer. No more check. Okay, all right. Excellent. No more Outback Steakhouses. Nope. Where do you eat? At home with the people that love you and you love. And then you don't get eaten by a T-Rex and philanthropies using their Willy Wonka Oompa Loompa imaginations. Sound gorgeous? It is gorgeous. And there's nothing boring about making love with your wife and enjoying laughter and fun and gardening with your kids. And then doing the exercise required to do what's necessary to maintain your shelter and your living conditions that are very healthy because you're not destroying each other through egotistical conflict and comparison. Tom Cruise, he's a brain chemical addict. He has adrenaline problems. He's got some Chris Hitchens issues up there. Okay, do you understand? Put down the cigarettes. You don't need to take cigarettes to the elder so you can learn how not to be like Mr. Magoo. Run to the stronghold. There is no stronghold. You don't have to murder each other over what you want. Okay? Everything you need is right here when you're faithful and you faithfully love one another and sustain each other through faithful love. All right. Excellent, isn't it? I am excellent. I know how excellent I am. I understand humility and love. Okay, guys? Peace out.